So it's a lot to look at if you're looking at all 4 viewports right away. So we're going to want to start with a cube. You can really start whichever side you want, wherever you want, but to me, this base cube right here seems like the best place to start. So we can go into Max, and I'm going to create a box. I'm going to do the cube method just so I know it's an even cube all the way around. I'll right mouse click, and oh, computer is frozen. Give me a second, there we go. And I'll convert to Editable Poly. Once I'm in Editable Poly, I'll go into face mode. Now I know I want this side face, because if we look back over here, I'm going to start extruding this outward. Okay, so if I'm extruding this outward, I need to grab that side face that's over here. So it's kind of hard to tell, but if I click and drag, I can grab my top face and that side face, so I know which one I'm trying to deal with. So I can grab that face in my perspective, and then we're going to go to extrude. If you want, you can hit the options, or you can hit the actual button. You know, whatever you see fit to do your extrude, and you can hit enter. We look up here, you can see I've made the line, but now I need to scale it up. So scale it outward, and then I can do my extrude again, scale that one even more, extrude. I didn't make that set. And scale even more, extrude, scale. I believe there was one more, extrude, and scale. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 additional edge loops outside of our main square. 1, 2, 3, 4 additional edge loops outside of our main square. So then you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, where we keep the same size here. So I'll go back into Max. Now we need to grab this front face. So I can see it's this one. We'll do our extrude. And if you want, you can snap to grid so you know that these are set. 2, and I'm looking in the top view. 3, 4. Okay. Some people have talked about default shading, wireframe override. We'll show you the wireframe. Whatever is easier for you to look at. You can always choose any of these. Display if you want to see them both. I recommend probably going in to see them both, default shading and wireframe. Sometimes I leave my other views in just wireframe so I can see through them, but depending upon what you're making, that becomes more confusing. So however you want to leave it. Okay? So then we can look back at this and see what happens now. So I'm doing another extrude, and I think a lot of people just kind of get a little overwhelmed at the different parts of the shape. So you can just extrude down and extrude down, then extrude these two faces at the same time and scale them in together. If you want, you can extrude and then extrude this one over, bring in the vertices, whatever you see fit. This is just a way for you to kind of get used to navigating the system. Extrude is going to be one of the most commonly used tools. No matter if you're in Max or Maya, this is the exact same way I would do it in both. But getting used to, again, using the extrude tool. A lot of times we'll use insert edge loop or just edge loop, and getting used to moving vertices, faces, making those selections. Okay, now once I kind of get this started, you can see that this actually is 4 faces, not just 2. So you can either do it again, you know, down, but just make sure you're creating an even square. All right. So if there are more questions, I can continue doing it, but I do want you to kind of explore and learn your own way. So let me know if there are any questions on moving forward. Have a good one.